Hello again, it's me, Kira, and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would talk to you guys about my outlining process to begin a novel. A lot of people put these videos out there, and I always think it's really interesting to see how people outline their novels and how they figure out how they're going to do stuff. There's some people out there who don't outline novels, and they just like jump straight into the book and they write it, and it's like, then they edit it and it's all good, and they keep track of all their characters and stuff. I won't be able to do that. Tried it before. I would just jump in. I would forget half the characters I put in at the beginning of the video. I would forget details I had put in the beginning of the video, in the beginning of the novel, and it would just be an utter mess. And it was, yeah. So, and my outlining process, number one is brainstorm. Come up with an idea and you just fucking brain dump anything and everything that you can think of that goes along with the storyline. Dialogue, the setting, just like random scene plots, character names, character descriptions, just fucking dump it all down on the page, get it all out, everything that you can think of to go along with that topic, everything in your brain that your brain is like, yes, this is part of that story, yes, just brain dump. I like to try to brain dump for like 3 days to like 5 days, depending on like how busy I am and stuff, because sometimes I just get to the point where like I just heard a loud ass thump outside my apartment. It scared the shit out of me. But so after my brainstorming process, the second step I usually say is researching, unless you're making up the world. I usually like to research, like, depending on when I'm setting it, common like law in that place, normal things people would wear if you're going more like back in the olden days, depending on where you're setting it, usual monuments, how people act and stuff in the town. I just research. And then step number 3 would be I write out just a simple act 1, 2, and 3, beginning, middle, and end. Just quick jot down what happens in the beginning, what happens in the middle, and what happens in the end. Just to get down like a brief description and everything. And then after that, for step 4, I like to go through and outline my characters. I'll pick out like my character descriptions and stuff out of my brain from my brainstorming process, and give them names, or take the names and give them faces, and go through and just completely outline the people. I even outline stuff that I don't put in the book, like I'll like name all of their family, I'll name like their siblings even if they don't get brought up. I'll write down like their personal goals, their likes, dislikes, stuff that happens to them in the future, just to kind of give me an idea of how the person is, so when I'm writing, I'm not like second guessing, like, would they really say this? I don't know. I just want to be able to know my person inside and out when I'm writing them. And then I'm so sorry if I keep looking away from the screen, my notes are down here. But and then for my step 5, I break down my beginning, middle, and end little brief outline thing that I did into rough chapters. It's not like a complete guideline of like, this happens in this chapter, this happens in this chapter, this happens in this chapter. That's not always how it goes. I just kind of give myself a rough, like, kind of like main point of what happens in each chapter, so I make sure that each chapter is actually like driving forward the plot and stuff, because I know there's a lot of times where you get like filler chapters in there where nothing really happens, and it's just like weird dialogue between like characters and stuff, and it's like, oh, like it was a fun thing, but like, did it really need to be put in there? If you remove it, does the story keep moving on without it? If that's the answer, then don't put that chapter in there. So I do like a short little chapter. I might end up with less chapters, more chapters, longer chapters, squishing chapters together, it's just kind of a rough thing to give me more of like an idea of how long I think the book might be. And then after I do my chapter breakdown in part 6, I go back to my brainstorm from everything, and I take all of like my setting points, my dialogue I wrote down, plot points, and I figure out where they fit in my chapter line. Oh, in chapter 4, it seems like this character would say this. That's something that goes along with what's going on in here. Oh, this plot point really goes along down here in chapter 10. Like, and then I just kind of like take all my brainstorm stuff out, throw out the stuff that like I wrote down but not gonna go in the story anymore, doesn't pertain to it, doesn't help with the plot. It was a good idea, but that'd be like it was a good idea but doesn't really go along with like what the story turned out to be. And then step 7 would be to write. Just start writing. You got your outline, you got your characters, and you just go. Try not to backtrack and edit while you're writing. That's a problem that I have, and then I get stuck and fixated on certain chapters because I'm like, well, it's not long enough, or this isn't right, like I didn't word this right. Like, just fucking write and then go back and edit, because then you're gonna be stuck forever in this book not finishing it if you keep going back and editing every time that you write like 1 line or 2 lines. But that's it for this video today. That's my outlining process. As of right now, I might tweak it at some point, but it seems to be working for me so well, right? So far, it's been working for me really well. I can't talk today. But thank you for watching this video. Give me a thumbs up if you like to see more of these types of videos, like writing videos. I give you updates on my novels. I plan on doing a vlog during November of me writing my NaNoWriMo novel. Please comment below what your writing process is, if you relate with how I write, or if you have other videos that you think I might like of writing process, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.